Good morning, team. Good evening. Hi, Ajay, Akbar, Nikhil, Prakash.
Good morning.
So, before actual session, if anyone have questions, guys, any questions?
No.
Okay. Yeah, we'll start session 2.
Yep, I'm done. Thank you. Nish. Just give me a minute. Okay. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
Mhm. Okay. Did you guys practice yesterday whatever we did? Time travel or retention period, at least. Yes? No? Let me log in.
Sagar,
Mhm.
each and every day scripts will be available, right? In that, whatever the Snowflake we started.
Yep. I'll be adding. Once the concepts are over, I'll be adding scripts.
Okay, fine.
Okay. But for assignments, you have to write your own scripts.
Yeah, fine. That is fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever we discuss in the class, so then and there we'll have the any notes also, right? Any notes on the scripts that we discussed in the class.
Yeah. In that scripts only, almost all notes will be there, but I'll be giving you interview questions. So using that, you have to prepare then and there on.
Okay.
It's not like we'll finish all the topics and at the end will come for interview. No. For example, I'm completing 2-3 topics I'll complete. Then I'll give you now based on architecture and time travel, I'll be adding interview related questions, scenario based questions. So that will be added as assignments. So why I will not give answers is each and everyone should have their own answers. If I give answers, you will just
Correct.
go back at that answer. That's not a correct way, right?
Right.
Fine.
Good.
Okay. Fine. So yesterday we got started with something called the retention period. What is retention period?
Means how many days the history will be maintained.
Okay. Historical changes with respect to
DML operations.
with respect to DML operations, whatever the operations are there, till how many days I can go and maintain with respect to my table is called retention period. Why it is used?
Whenever any data corruption happened, any invalid data, or whenever we want to go to the previous data to some extent, so in that cases we can.
For auditing purpose, you can say, or for handling of data. So whatever the things with respect to time travel, if I need to do on top of my table, I'll be using something called the retention period. What's the maximum retention period I can have?
90 days.
90 days.
90 days. For which edition?
Enterprise.
Enterprise. What about standard?
It's only 1 day.
Okay, fine. Now, what is failsafe?
It gives extra 7 days.
Additional days for giving Snowflake.
What additional is?
Additional retention period.
Okay. Not proper definition I'm looking for. Now you have a time travel. We do what? Based on time travel, we can go back for our historical changes and all. We can handle on top of our table. But beyond my retention period, you should say beyond my retention period, if my retention period is over, I will get additional 7 days, which I can go and bring back my data. But do we have this access during failsafe?
No.
No.
You have to reach out to Snowflake team to raise a ticket, then reach out, and if you want, we can come and bring that particular data. But we have what? Only additional 7 days for that, and this is fixed. We cannot go and change that. Now, why we required retention period on database and schema?
In case it should be
Case of
dropped,
any
then we can
database schema drop.
Okay, for you can do time travel with respect to what? Drop and undrop also. This is how you can go and do your particular time travel. Now, I'll take one example. Okay, I have my particular table. I created my table, on, let's say, Jan 1st. Okay, Jan 1st is the day I created my table. For now, my time travel on top of my table is 1 day. How time travel on top of my table is 1 day. I created on Jan 1st. Let me increase the font. Okay. Now, if I created my table, let's say on 10 a.m., I have done my time travel with respect to that table as 1 day. Can I go on 31st December and bring the data?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, for 1 day.
You tell me, on 31st December, do you have table?
No.
We don't have table on 31st December, right? Can I go and bring data if table is only not there? Yes or no? Yes or no? If that object is only not there, can I go and access that particular object? No, right?
No.
Okay. Now you created your table what? 10 a.m. So your retention period start from where? The moment you create a table. Now if you go on Jan 2nd, from your 10 a.m. to next 10 a.m. is what? 1 day retention period. I can do time travel till here. Let me put in this. This is where I'll do what? Time travel. Now I'll go from Jan 3rd. Till where you can do time travel? Till where you can do time travel?
Jan 2nd.
Okay. Now, what about Jan 1st? Can I go and access Jan 1st data from here?
No, it's only for one.
It will go where? It will go in failsafe. Okay, it will go in failsafe. Now, I came Jan 3rd, Jan 4th, 5th. Better, I will remove this. I'll say 04. Let me just remove, I'll make it as Jan 04, Jan 05,
Sagar, that first fail is common in both standard and enterprise, right? In both we'll
Yeah,
get a sound.
it's 7 days. Fail safe is never
Of fails.
fixed for 7 days. Okay. Now, if I come to Jan 4th, I can do time travel till here. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. This will go where? Fail safe.
Fails.
Now, this will go again where? Fail safe. When you come to Jan 5th, you can do till Jan 7th. It will go where? Fail safe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let me quickly finish.
Sorry to interrupt. Can you tell about failsafe once again? Failsafe.
Okay, I'll explain. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Now,
Thank you.
let me finish this table, then I'll explain. We are Jan 0 only. Jan 0, 10. Jan 11. Okay. Put it here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now, these all things is where I'm having time travel. Now, retention period is a where. This is what, let me say, instead of time travel, I'll say retention period. Retention period is a time where you can go and bring all the historical changes. For example, I created my table on Jan 1st and I'm adding few data till Jan 2nd. I'm adding, let's say here I have 100 records. Here I got 200 records. And at any point of time from Jan of this time to here, I want to go and make some historical changes that I need to revert back. I can do time travel and I'll be able to do this. Now, fail safe is what? Now, since my retention period is only 1 day, I cannot go and do time travel beyond that particular retention period. So what happens is Snowflake will be giving you additional 7 days on top of your retention period, but this is called as a fail safe and you will be not having access to go and retrieve back the data. The fail safe is for default is 7 days. Always it will be 7 days as soon as you create any retention period. And if I want to go and get data, for example, on Jan 4th, I came to know that whatever the Jan 1st data was correct data, I wanted to go and bring that particular data back, but my time travel is only up to where? On Jan 4th, it is only up to Jan 3rd of 10 a.m. I cannot go beyond that. So again, I need to go and reach out to Snowflake. I need to raise the ticket saying that please retrieve back the data, whatever is there on Jan 1st, because I created a time travel on top or retention period on top of my table. That is 1 day. It has gone beyond that and 2 more days I will not be able to access. So you please retrieve that. Once you go and raise the support ticket, Snowflake will work with you and based on that, they will retrieve that back data. Those additional 7 days, whatever you are having, that's called as a failsafe. Very good, Chandru.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Fine. Now,
Sagar, run out. I understood now the 7 days of fail safe thing. How about the row 5? Can you explain about row 5?
which
You
one,
mentioned
Propel?
row number 5, like you mentioned, like Jan 1st we have created. We don't have a table.
Okay. Now you tell me, you created a table on Jan 1st.
Okay.
Okay. Just now you created your object. You are adding data. And you are saying, and you have given retention period of 1 day. But do you have that particular table on December 31st?
No, we don't have.
How can I go and bring the data?
Okay.
So retention period start the moment you go and create a table.
Okay, that.
Okay. Now, if you go and do create or replace, what will happen?
Uh, it will be get created because it's not available at the moment, so it get created on Jan 1st.
So now if you come here, Jan 3rd, you came and you did create or replace same table. Now, can you go and retrieve the table from Jan 2nd?
Yeah, we can do that.
Now, when you do create,
If you don't have any table, like the first time we'll be creating the things.
We lost you, Sagar.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, Sagar. Now you can hear. Yes. You can.
For the moment, I lost my internet. Okay, fine. Are we clear this point? When does retention period get started?
Yes, yes.
Okay, fine. Now, as I said, from Jan 8, I came and I can do time join Jan 9, I can do time travel till Jan 8, and I have what additional 7 days of failsafe. Now, when I come to Jan 10, you tell me till where I can do time travel?
Jan 2nd till Jan 2nd only.
My retention period is what?
Okay, 1 day.
So I by myself can do what? Till what? Only Jan 9. But I want to go and access the table. Your particular failsafe will be only for 7 days. As soon as the 7 days come, this data, what will happen? It will be permanently dropped by your Snowflake. Even now, Snowflake cannot come and bring that particular data on Jan 10. If you come and say my retention period is 1 day, please bring that particular data from Jan 1st. You will not be able to get that particular data. Are we good? Are we good here?
Yes, yes, Sagar.
Now, I'll change my retention period to 2 days. I can increase my retention period.
Yes.
Yes, yes, we can.
Now, you tell me. Till where I can go and do time travel? On Jan 1st, 11, I can go and do till Jan 11. Sorry, Jan 11, I can go till Jan 10.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we can. We can.
Now, okay, I changed here. Wait, let me see. Okay, you consider here only. Now I went and changed my retention period on Jan 10th to 2 days. I can do time travel till Jan 9.
Yes.
Now you tell me, can I go with Jan 8? Do you think? Here, I changed my retention period to 2 days. If I change retention period to 2 days, I can go and do time travel for 2 days. This is fixed. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Oh. Now what happens is your Jan 8 data, it has moved to failsafe already.
Yes.
Now, once the data is moved to failsafe, and even though you are increasing your retention period to Jan 2nd, you'll never be able to access that data. Once it moved, finished. From Jan 10, your Jan 9 data moved to failsafe here.
Correct. Okay.
If I come to 11, still your Jan 9 data has not moved to failsafe. From your next day onwards, you can do what? Time travel of 2 days. Then this will go where?
Failsafe.
Now, do you think this will come?
No.
Jan 2nd data will come here.
Yes.
Why? You see
7
1,
days.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Your Jan 2nd data already there in failsafe for 7 days.
Okay. Yes. Yes. Yes.
For example, I'll mark this in red mark. Whatever the Jan 2nd data, how many number of days it is there in failsafe? You tell me. 1, 2,
So,
7.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Already it spent 7 days in failsafe.
Yes.
Once it spent 7 days, it will never come next day. Now your Jan 3rd, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next day it will not come, and you can do time travel till where? This is where you can do time travel, and this is where next data will come and add as failsafe. This is how your time travel and failsafe work in the back end. Are we good?
Yes.
They
Yes.
will ask this question for in interview and try to confuse you.
Can
Once
you
your
explain
data,
Jan 11th and 12th, Sagar? Little
okay,
easy way, or like something in very layman
hmm,
terms.
okay.
In the row number 16, John 11, John 3rd is not come, right? It is not.
See, you need to understand here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6 days are there in failsafe.
Yes.
Now you increased your retention period on Jan 10. Okay. From Jan 10, if I come, Jan 11, your Jan 9 data still has not gone in failsafe here.
Correct.
If that Jan 9 data has not come, now I can do time travel for 2 days from 11. Okay, I can do still 2 days here, but but what happens is now you increase your retention period here. So your failsafe will decrease because your retention period is increasing here because it has not entered the failsafe. Now, as soon as your retention period is over, it is entering in failsafe. There it will increase. Max, it can go only up to past 7 days. Got it, Ragesh?
Sagar, but you told, for example, for Jan 2, it is
Hmm.
for 7 days, right? After 7 days, it won't go. So same is applicable for Jan 3 also, right? It's
See,
already
1,
7.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it is here. Oh, my bad. My bad. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's already there. It will not come. Next time it will come. Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you. Okay. Now, when you come to Jan 13, this is where you can do time travel. And it will come here. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Again, it will not come. So it try to adjust itself until you have that 7 days. It will adjust, but the moment it goes and spends 7 days in time travel, it will be gone. Until that particular next adjustment is there, it will not come.
Okay, let me reiterate it. Like,
Hmm.
it will check the previous date, like from when it been moved to the
Hmm.
time travel mode, right? So that's what we are trying to check. Like Jan 5th, let's say if Jan 5th, it will go and check how many days it is there in the fail safe mode. I mean, time travel mode. It'll go and we need to check in the order of the day it got ingested, and that is how the 7 days should be calculated. Am I
Yep.
correct?
Yep.
Okay.
The moment it spent the number of days in failsafe for 7 days, it's gone. It will not be considered.
Okay. Now I get it. It's
Okay.
not like just the number of days back minus, like let's say I'm on Jan 13th, so
Hmm.
2 days retention, that means Jan 11th. From
Yep.
there, if I do -7, it is not the way it works, right?
Yep. Yep. It will not work.
Okay, now I get it.
Okay. So you need to understand that retention period is where I need to go and do time travel. But beyond the retention period, if any data is going into failsafe, and even then I'm going and increasing my retention period, your data will not come back to time travel. Once the data has moved to failsafe, it is permanently moved, and we cannot come and retrieve that back. If I need to retrieve that back, I need to reach out to Snowflake only. And the moment it spends 7 days in failsafe, it will be permanently deleted. Are we good with this point?
Okay.
Okay. Others?
So, Sagar, one small question. So, so retention period is 1 day means then the follow-up of safe file it is showing 6 days extra. So when the retention period is 2 days, the fail safe it is showing continuously 6 days data. Right? I mean, once the retention period has been increased, as per that only the fail safe also it is going to be work, right?
Yeah, means your retention period is over, then it will go the moment one by one your fail safe will be increasing up to 7 days. So what was
For
your question?
example, you can see Jan 13th. So Jan
Okay.
13th, it is retention period is 12th and 11th. So Jan 11 has been completed. So the retention period should be 7 days, right? So from 12, I mean 10 to.
But see what I'm saying, yeah, it will increase. How it will increase? The movement now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 days your Jan 5 data is already completed.
Yes,
Slowly,
sir.
slowly it will increase. The movement now, since you are increasing this, what will happen? Now you come here. This is your time travel here. Now this will go to failsafe. Why? Because your Jan 6 data 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 already completed. Till Jan 8, it will be 6 only. But the moment you come Jan 9, it should enter 7 days. It will come here now actually.
It depends upon the when it enter into the failsafe mode.
Yep.
I don't know who the person is, but yeah, I'm just trying to
Yep.
explain it.
Yep. Yep.
It's not about minus days from the data day of retention thing.
Yep.
It's number of days how it enter into the failsafe mode.
Yep. Exactly. 7 days. That is fixed. Are we good? Nikhil? You asked the
Yes,
question,
sir.
right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, fine. This is all about theory about your particularly time travel. But now the question comes is, fine, Sagar. I got all about retention period. I got about fail safe and all. But how can I go and do time travel? Now, let me bring a piece of script. Okay, I'll explain before code. Then I'll come back to again theory. Then we'll see this. Okay. Let me open this. I'll say I'll take one more new worksheet. Let me say time travel. Now, inside your particular Snowflake, we have few sample data. Okay, I'll take one of the sample data. We have a table called region. Okay, there is TF1 and region. Let me copy this. Okay, we have this data. Now using the sample data, I cannot go and edit everything on top of data. I need to create a table using this particular data. How to create? I need to take one backup table. What we can use? SQL. Which SQL code?
Yes, of course. Create
Create a replace.
create table name values.
Can I use this? What is this?
Create
Create
table as
whatever my table name. Table. Let me say table is region 2 as whatever the table name is there. Or from this, I'm going and creating my data. Okay. I have a data. Hmm. Okay. I have this data. Now, how to see time travel? On top of table. Retention period, how to see? What's the retention period on top of my table?
Show tables.
Okay. Show tables. If I go and say show tables, whatever the tables are there, I'll be able to see. And we are having retention period of 10 days. I don't want 10 days. I just want to put 1 day. What to do?
Set
Alt.
set retention per table, retention time, and check your table. I mean, like you have to query your table.
Okay. We can
Alter
always
data.
go and alter table and I can go and set my retention period. For now, let me set as 1 day. Okay. Have retention period on 1 day. Now, how does your retention period work? If I go and change it, will it follow the database and schema?
No.
Okay, fine. Now, I'm coming and running this piece of code. If I click, there is something called show stats. If I click here, are you able to see one query ID? Yes.
Yes.
Now I'll come and pick this particular query ID here. Okay. Now I'll again come and run this piece of code. Now I'll copy this again query ID. Are these both same?
No.
Now, whenever you go and execute any piece of code inside Snowflake, there is something called as a query history. If you come and see monitor query history, under monitor, we have something called query history. Now, each and every query, whatever you run, one ID is generated for your each and every query. And inside this UI, you can go and see maximum of 14 days. I can use something called the query history, one of the user defined function inside my Snowflake up to 14 days. And account level, we can go and access up to past 365 days. Okay. Now I've just copied this particular query ID. I'm keeping for now. Okay. Now what I'll do, I'll come and update my particular table. I updated my table. Now again, I'm coming and seeing my data. I have data that is updated to Asia from Asia. And particularly, I have a query ID. Sometimes. Let me rerun this. Okay, I have one more query ID. Let me come and keep this. Now I'm coming and inserting few datas. Okay, I inserted few datas. Here, this particular query ID did what? Update. Inserted few datas. Then again, I'll come and read my data. One ID will be generated. I'll copy this. I'll keep here. Let's say this is insert 3 more records. I'm doing all the DML operation on top of my table. I will come and do certain deletes. Okay. I'll delete 2 particular table, or I'll just delete one particular data. Wherever there is something called the Africa, let me go and delete the data. Okay. Now again, I'll copy this and run this. ID will be generated. I'll copy and keep. Now why I'm copying and keeping, I'll let you know. Okay. I generated this particular ID and I'm keeping. Now I need to go and do my particular time travel on top of my table. How can I go and do time travel is, one, using this particular ID, I can go and see at that particular time what was my data. Second is something offset. Offset is nothing but, for example, now 724 is there. Offset of 2, that is 2 minutes before whatever the data is there. I can go and do that time travel, or else I can do time travel with respect to something called as a timestamp. For example, I can go and say 7:15 a.m. what was my particular data. You go and show me that particular data. To do anything with respect to time travel, all I have to do is same select query. I have to write same select query. But after that, I will write something called as at, and I'll open one bracket. Now I'll say statement. Now I'll say equal to and arrow mark, and I will pass my particular ID. At this particular ID, I'm going and keeping this. And if I come and see my data, statement, sorry, it is statement. Now, we have Asia 2. Yes. Now, if I just run this query, how many number of records we have?
7.
7. But I'm running something called as select star from a table, but at the rate of this, and I'm running this piece of code. Now I'm saying Asia 2, only 5 records. Yes?
Yeah.
Fine. Now you did this, but what I'll do is I'll copy the same query and I'll say before. I doubt it will come before because it will be again Asia 2. I should have copied before something called as this ID. Now I'm copying this particular ID. Now what I'll do better. Now here we did one particular update. For this also an ID will be generated. Yes. ID will be generated for this table.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Now I need to go and get that particular ID. One thing, you go here. Always you go here and filter your SQL text, whatever is there. That particular SQL text, enter based on update. I'll say update and let me filter. I got my particular ID here. One thing, always, let me, it is not allowing. Here it will open and ID is there. We have a ID, double click on that, ID will be there. I will go and keep this particular ID. Now I'll say at. Now at that time, your particular data is updated for that update.
Yes.
Yes.
Now if you come and see, still it is showing Asia 2. Now I'll write something called as before. Now what you're seeing here.
Okay, sure.
Yes.
So you can do time travel based on thing. One is at the rate or before. Before is nothing but before that particular statement, whatever the data is there, we can go and see that data. At is nothing but at that particular statement, whatever the data is there, it will go and show that particular data. Now, in this way, I can go and see whatever the things are there. I'll be able to go and see my data. Now, I don't want to go and see in my UI. I can always come and see from something called as a information schema dot query history. If you say select star from information schema, why it is tab is not working today. Information schema dot query history. Query UUR. Oh, it's not coming. Query underscore history. If you come and run this, you have all the queries. DB does not have query history. Okay. I need to put Snowflake. Sorry. I need to put in front of this Snowflake. It will be in Snowflake. Snowflake information schema dot query history. Now under that array, query history does not exist. Huh? It is there now. Let me copy that table name. Object does not authorized. I'm using account admin. Why it is saying not authorized? Let me see. Account level information schema. It should work. Let me finish that particular query. My bad. It is a table. I should say table. Let me fix this code. Now inside Copilot, we have a Copilot here. Now I'll say I'm having issue with this code. Fix that. Now it will take, it will whatever the data is there. Now, whenever you're going and working in any data engineering project, you'll be having something where you might forget a syntax. You might be not remembering each and everything with respect to Snowflake inbuilt things and all. There is something called the data, Copilot inside your Snowflake, you can go and use that particular Copilot. But since this is a free version, sometimes it will work, sometimes it will give some issues and all. So you might not get in the free version, but in real time it will be a paid version. So whenever you work in your organization and all, they will have enabled this particular code and you will get quickly. Now, since this is having some issue, let me go and browse inside my ChatGPT. Okay, why? I'll use ChatGPT. Okay. See, from table, I should have added table information schema and date range. Okay. Now, what is this table and all? I'll explain. Since it is a free edition, it is taking time. It is not giving answer. So I just removed that. Now I have this particular user defined function. Now inside our SQL, we had user defined function. What is the use case of user defined function?
We can define our own functions.
Okay. What it will give? Your function will give always one output.
Yes.
Okay. Inside our MySQL, we have seen a function, we have defined a user defined function that was giving output, but we could not, were we able to display a table as output inside MySQL? All right.
No.
It was just a scalar value that we were able to give output. Whereas inside your Snowflake, we can go and create a tabular function where it will go and keep all the functions in the backend. It will work on top of that function and it will display you table as output. And these all are the information schema. Query history is a kind of a user defined function that your Snowflake has created and has kept. And if I need to go and call any user defined function, I'll be using any with respect to select query, but I need to add something called the
Sagar?
Hello.
We lost again.
Yes, I think.
Chakra, you lost his connection again.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we lost you in between and can hear you now.
Yes, now we can hear you.
Sorry for that. I don't know. Usually my internet will not cause that issue. Today, Geo internet is working a bit strange. Okay, let me rerun. Due to my internet connection got disconnected, it was not able to show. Let me rerun this.
But can you tell
Very
us like what was the fix it made in the Copilot? Like what was
Yeah,
wrong
yeah.
and
So you were not able to hear me from that point?
no, you
Yeah,
went to the
from last 2-3
Copilot
minutes, I was not able to hear.
20 minutes.
2-3
Last
minutes.
2-3 minutes. 2-3 minutes.
Okay.
After copying from the Copilot, I'm not able to understand what exactly went wrong and what have been changed from the Copilot.
Okay, I'll show. Now, inside your particular Snowflake, we have different user defined functions. Now this particular user defined function, now what was I was doing is this particular whatever the arguments I was passing, that I was passing as a wrong. Now what are the use cases of user defined function is you can go and create your own user defined function. This user defined function is giving as a tabular output, and what it expects is it expects whenever you go and call the tabular user defined function, it expects to call from the form of table, and this is my whatever the function name and the arguments I need to go and pass. So I have passed as a where condition, so it was giving I passed as a wrong syntax, so it was not able to identify that. So we have fixed that particular history. Now this is how you go and make use your user defined function. where it will go and give each and every query history, who has run this, which compute is using, what kind of data is there. We can go all and bring that particular data. You can go and see here using this particular query. Okay, are we good?
Okay. It
I'll
was
give
like
you the fix.
line number 48, it removed Snowflake, and also the weight condition has been changed according to that one. That's all it did, right?
Yeah, all. We have to pass as an argument. So I
Hmm.
had passed as a where condition, so it was not able to identify them.
Okay.
Since it's the inbuilt user defined function. You are not defining anything, it's already defined by your Snowflake. You're making use of that.
Okay. Get that now. We have to just
Okay,
pass in the
fine.
arguments in the line of 49, 50, like where that we have to manipulate the dates, right? So that is how it.
Yep, yep.
Okay.
If you want, you can go and take 7 days, whatever the based on dates. If you want to go and put that number of days you put here, it will get that data. Okay, this particular again query history. Now it is coming from what information schema. It will be there for 14 days. Now whatever your past 14 days of whatever the queries you are there, it is there. And there is one more thing with respect to account level. I'll be showing you in further classes. There you can go and access all the query history of 365 days. Max to max 1 year Snowflake has given to find all the query, whatever you have done. Have you got?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I have this all query histories and all. I can go and get that. And I am doing time travel using my what? This information. Now what I will do is, let me come and do one more insert. I'll insert one more data. Very good. How to do time travel using IDs? Any doubt here? Using IDs, are we good?
Yeah, yeah. Like we have two strings, 8 and before.
Yeah, at and before. Now I'll come and insert one more data. I will go and say this particular data is 7:37 a.m. Okay, I'm going and doing something called as one more data, and it is at 7:37 a.m. Now I'll take the same thing, whatever the things are there. I'll take that particular data. But now instead of going and saying something called a statement, I'll be using something called as an offset. Now using offset, I can go and do my time travel. For example, I'll take offset. And when I go and use offset, I'll say this and this. Now I need to go back. We'll be doing time travel with respect to back. So I'll say minus 60, whatever you're adding as seconds, into something called as 3. Now, if I come and see here, now this particular 8 data, if I come and see, that data will not be there because I did time travel now. I'll be not able to see the data. If you have come and seen the main table, you still have that particular data. Let it run. You still have that particular data, but since this particular offset I'm using, now at that particular time, I don't have. The same thing, if I want, I can go and use something called as offset before statement also. Now, exactly if that matches with time, it will give at that data. But whenever you use offset, we for sure we cannot go and match exact time. So always we'll be using something called as a before whenever I'll go and use something called as a offset, because that's where I can go and match exactly, because we don't know exact every seconds will come here, and at that exact point I'll not be able to go and do time travel. This is of no much use with respect to. Are we clear with offset how it's doing? Are we clear with offset?
Savik, what is the difference like your query with the time travel and the offset travel?
See, here I have a statement. I know ID. At that particular ID, I have done some changes. So I can directly go and put something called statement, and I get that particular changes and all. Whereas offset, now there might be a situation, I don't know what things are doing, what IDs are there. There might be n number of IDs. Just I want to go and do quick analysis on top of my table. Let's see past 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 1 hour, how my data was there on top of my data. Quick analysis I want to do. I will come and use of offset. Sorry, who asked this question? Sorry, Vijay Kumar, right?
No, clear. So here we can, if we
Okay.
create a time travel for 1 day for this table, so we can check it for till 24 hours.
Yeah, till 24 hours. That means from today, if you created next day, 24 hours before, I'll just pass the offset at whatever, it will always be passed in seconds. You pass in seconds, and at that particular second, you go and see. But this is what? This is for ad hoc analysis. I cannot get exact data because we will not be able to always go and find the offset, right? It is very hard to find the number of seconds and all, at what time it changed. We might not know. Just the understanding for ad hoc analysis on top of my table, I'll be using offset.
Got it.
Okay, fine. Now, the next way of doing time travel is something called as timestamp. Now, what I'll do, first and foremost, let me come and see my particular timestamp. Now, this is a session. For this particular time session, what is my current timestamp I'm going and seeing? Now, if you come and see, is this same as our Indian timestamp? No, right?
I think it's EST time. No.
Okay. Now, I need to go and see what particular timestamp I am having. I'll use something called as show parameters like timestamp. We'll go and see that particular timestamp. And if you come and see, it is what? By default, Los Angeles. Now I cannot go and use this particular timestamp. Whenever you are going and doing time travel with respect to timestamp, it always expects something called as, let me see if we can go and set with respect to it will always expect something called as a UTC timestamp. Always your particular Snowflake is working on top of UTC. Now this is the Los Angeles. Now if I go and give the time travel also, it will not be able to identify, because if you come and see your UTC timestamp, it will be completely different. Now I'll go and alter my particular timestamp. Now inside your organization and all, always it will be set as a UTC in the fixed on the account level. You no need to go and worry. But to show you as a time travel, I'm setting for now as a UTC timestamp. I have my particular UTC timestamp, and if I come and see my current timestamp now it has converted into UTC timestamp. Now if I come and see my parameters also, you are able to see UTC. Now using something called as a UTC, I can go and do time travel. To do time travel with respect to anything with respect to UTC, now what I will do, I will go and let's say this particular timestamp, now current timestamp is there. Now I'm copying this. Okay. We have what? 1st of 14th of Jan, 213 is there. Now I know that before my particular 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I have done something called as changes. For now, I'll put as 00. Okay. I'm checking at exactly 2 minutes. What was my particular data? Now again, same. To do time travel with respect to timestamp, I'll copy this, paste it here. But now what I'll be doing is I will add my parameter as time stamp. I'm going and adding my parameter as timestamp, and I'm passing this particular date, whatever the time is there, I'm passing it here. But this is in the form of timestamp I need to go and say. So I will cast anything on the go inside Snowflake. I'll add 2:, and I'll say something called as a timestamp. Now at this particular time, what was my data? If I come and see, let me see, unexpected this, what mistake I did. Correct at the rate, this timestamp, correct only at the rate 0102. What issue it is showing? Expected 2026, I did 2026. It is correct, timestamp equal to this.
Row number 67 we need to comment.
Which one? Sorry?
Row number 67.
Thank you. Thank you. I need to comment it though. Now if I come and see that data, I'll be able to do time travel using that particular data. Now we were added at particularly 7:37. That is almost it is 8 minutes before I added this particular data. But when I went and did something at the rate of that, now I'm going and doing timestamp with respect to my timestamp. Now, are you able to understand how we can go and do time travel using offset, timestamp, and statement? Yes. Till now, any doubts? Till now, any doubts?
No.
No, sir.
Now you tell me, I'm just going and doing what here? I'm just reading the data, right? Did I go and retrieve that my data into my table?
No.
Now, how can I go and do retrieve back my data into my table? There is now I did what? DML operations on my top of my table, and I was able to see my data and all. Now I need to go and retrieve my data back to my table is if I go and do create or replace, select has this particular query, what will happen? If I do same thing, I wrote my particular first query, right? When I went and created a table CTS as same thing. Can I go and write a CTS? Can I go and say create or replace? Create or replace my table name, same table name, and I'll select this. Let me put 150 at the point of this. Now what will happen if I do this? You're getting data here. If I come and run, I have this data. If I go and do create or replace, what will it will replace?
Yes.
It will press by 5 records.
Okay. But what's the disadvantage of this?
The
If I do
retention.
create or replace,
The retention will
retention
be
period,
over. Yes.
retention period is reset. Again, if I need to come and do time travel with respect to, let's say 155, can I go and do? No, right?
No.
Now, how can I go and do time travel on top of my table is either I'll do what? Insert, overwrite. I'll give my table name and I'll pass this. And I'll come and execute this. Insert, overwrite. Thing is insert into my table, overwrite into. Now 5 records are added. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now if I come and see my table, I have only 5 records. But if I come and run, let's say at 59, if I come and select this data, still we have access to time travel.
Yes.
Now, if I come and run this same code, how many records will be there in my table?
7 records.
I'll come and run this. In this way, at any point of time, I can go and do what? Time travel. Now, difference between insert into table and insert overwrite is nothing but it will truncate and reload your data with respect to that data table. Are we good here? How we can go and do time travel on top of a table?
So in the second case, Sagar, the retention period, it will not reset, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, here it is not resetting.
That's what. Okay.
Retention period is maintained. But if you go and do create or replace,
Mm.
it will go and reset.
Mm.
From that moment, your data will be again, it will go on do retention period. It will take. Now, my question is, I have table. If I do truncate whatever the table region, what kind of operation is this?
It's a deleting option.
Emptying the table, but metadata will be there.
Now, if I come and do this, what do you think will happen to time travel?
Data will be deleted.
Retention is maintained, I thought.
Okay.
Because the structure will be
The
removed
data will be
while do that truncate.
Oh, let's try that. I'm going and doing what? Truncate my table. Okay, wait just a minute. Let me add here. Wait, I'm truncating my table. Now I'll just go and select this at the rate of this. Still, I'm seeing able to see the data. Yes.
Yes.
With respect to time travel, I'm able to see the data. I will come and do what? Again, now instead of doing insert override, can I just normal do insert into now?
Yep.
That also I can do. Now insert overwrite is doing what? These two operation, whatever I'm doing, it is combining and doing that. So it is maintained. But now I'm going and executing my 78 and 79 piece of code. I'm going and executing. Let me say I'll execute at the time of 71579. I'm going and executing at that point of time. Your table is created. Just a minute, create or replace has. I need to put has. Create or replace table. Okay, your table is recreated. Now, if you come and see the data, you have a specific amount of data inside your table. But if I come and say, let's say on 150, I want to go and see the data. If I come and execute this piece of code, what it says? What happened here?
Time travel is not.
Time travel is not
Because here it is reset to particular time. From this moment onwards, once you do create or replace, the moment onwards you go and do again insert everything, your time travel will be tracked from that point of that. Are we clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Now, just a minute.
Sagar, I have one doubt.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
what will happen with the identity column if it's there? If we truncate it auto reset, right? So it will the same case will be for insert overwrite also?
You mean primary key, foreign key?
Yeah, if there is some identity column also, right? Where when we insert, sometime it will auto increment. So when you truncate, it
See,
will auto reset,
inside
right?
your Snowflake, inside your
Yeah.
Snowflake, no constraints are enforced. Okay. Even though you have primary key, you can have n number of primary key, duplicates everything. I'll be explaining you this next class. But inside Snowflake, there is no constraint enforced. It's just for the information purpose, so it will never affect.
Okay.
Okay. Fine. Now here comes your first assignment. Now I showed you what all easy stuff I showed. These all are easy stuff. I'll add the scripts for whatever I have done for today. Now your first assignment comes is you need to understand time travel. You have to go and create one particular table. Set retention period is 1 day. Insert 3-4 data. Verify. Drop column and see how your time travel is working. Now you're doing structural changes on top of your table. I want you guys to try this out. Add one new table, one particular column. How you are able to get the data, you need to go and check that. If you go and rename the particular column, how it's happening. If you rename the table, how it is working. These are all things you need to go and try. Will you try this?
Yes.
Yes.
Sir,
Okay.
whatever the things you explained, right? For that basic table, the tables, scripts, and all the schemas that are available, or we need to create it on our own.
I'll be adding here. Okay. Once
Okay.
class is over, right? Here, one in our particular scripts, when I come, I'll add here.
Okay.
See, if you come and see, all SQL is there. For that, I had scripts. Whatever the
Right.
scripts are there, Python was there. I'll add under Snowflake. Here
Oh,
we'll be having that script only for time travel for today. One by
understood.
one by one. Once I complete, I'll add that.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Along with the scripts, for example, let me show the scripts. Now you have few more things here. You need to go and read. Now I have added all the notes here like this. Now what is this? How much you can go and do? Each and everything extra points will be there. Now what all things that is required for you to understand? Now I'll be doing that. Now you can go and use that particular everything notes and you can make your own notes.
Right.
Everything will be there. Okay.
Got it.
How your particular time travel works, what is things, behavioral, limitations, each and everything I'll be adding. Are we good?
Yes, sir.
Fine. With that, we have completed our first topic called time travel, where it's one of the useful feature. Three ways we can go and do. One is statement, another is offset, another is timestamp. If you come and ask me which is widely used, either you use timestamp, either you use something called as offset. Either you use statement, because offset is only for ad hoc analysis. We'll not be able to identify exact time where our particular changes have happened. So it will always difficult. We'll be using two ways, and there are something called as clone also I can do. I'll be explaining first concept of clone and then we'll be seeing what is this clone and all. But we can use time travel for two types. One is drop undrop. Another is at that particular time, I can go and access my data. Are we good?
One doubt,
Are we good
Sunny.
with it?
Yeah, we did truncate and we just try to get it to the time travel, right? If you undrop the rate, I mean, like if you drop a date table, so that means like you'll be removing entirely from the like still the level of metadata, right? So even in that time also, can we able to retrieve it with time travel?
No,
We
good
tried
question.
only truncate method, but how
Not
about the drop one?
we'll try that now. We'll try that.
Yes,
Now, let me say,
89, line number 89. That's truncate.
got it. Let me do what? Select current timestamp. Okay, I have this timestamp. So I'll put this particular data timestamp here, or let me make it as 20. Let me see at 20th, can I have my data? Is this there? Okay, still not created. Let me put 25. Okay, I have this data. What I'll do, I'll add few more data. Again, I'll reinsert data, same data I'll insert. Okay.
Two times
Now,
incident.
yeah, 2 times inserted. If you come and see, there is a data of, let's say, 13 records are there. Now
Okay.
I'll come and do what? Drop table. This particular table I have dropped. Now you have dropped the table and I'll say select star from this table at this time. Is table there?
No.
It is not able to identify. Now I'll come and say undrop. You got the data. And if you come and see the data, let me do this. You have whole number of records.
Yeah,
But if I
13
come
records.
and see at that particular time, I'm having data 7 only.
Okay.
Okay.
So the
Why? Because it is still not completely removed from your storage. Drop and drop. After your failsafe only, it will go and remove.
okay, get that.
Okay.
So nothing, I mean, like more of that, like nothing difference in the truncate and undrop, I mean, truncate and draw, but we'll just use different methods to remove the data.
Yep. Okay, are we good?
Well, once we get the data from the failsafe through Snowflake, how long we will be able to access the data?
See, once you get
From
the data into again your table, at that particular day you have data. For example, you have 100 records today, but in failsafe it has gone 1K records. So you went and asked to put the data back. You got what, 1K records? Yes.
Yeah.
But at this particular, let's say today is Jan 10th, but you got Jan 10th, you're having 1K records. Till Jan 11, you can go and have that 1K record. Okay. At that point, whatever the data is there, you'll be having that. Got this point, Shashank? What I was able to say?
Yes. So in this case, the retention time is 1 day, right?
Yeah, 1 day. Retention period is 1 day.
Okay.
Okay. Fine. Now comes the next particular topic. Give me 1 minute. I will inform next batch. Okay. Now comes the very next topic, which will come and see tomorrow is there are almost 9 different tables. Now, one more table, they have added something called the interactive table, not widely used because just they have introduced that particular table. But inside Snowflake, we can go and create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 types of table we can go and create. And based on our use cases, we'll be using this particular table. Now, as a normal table, we'll be using something called a permanent table, temporary table, transient table. We'll be getting started with this. We'll understand what are these types of table, and then and there, whenever I'll be able to teach the new topics, we'll go and teach based on each and every table. We'll be able to go and see. This is what we are going to see in tomorrow's class. If you have any doubts with respect to today's class or any doubts with respect to courses, please let me know. Tomorrow is the last class for your demo sessions. From Friday, it will be paid sessions.
What is the fee for this course?
So I think it's a 40K in one installment. If you do, they'll give some concession. Please reach out to Mahesh. He'll help you out there. Okay. And coming back to again, projects, what projects we'll be doing. I'll just explain you. This is your first Snowflake project that we'll be doing. It will be completely end-to-end dynamic project, and you will be orchestrating like this. This is how you go and do orchestration. You'll be sending email. You'll be doing a lot of things. You'll write a dynamic code like this. You'll be writing store procedures. You'll be building a data model like this. This is how you go and do end-to-end in your first project. And once that is done, we'll finish our DBT, and your second project will be this, where we'll be building end-to-end data engineering project inside DBT with respect to Snowflake. And then once we finish our Databricks and PySpark, we'll be executing a particular project in Databricks, and same project how to execute in Snowpark. I'll be explaining that. And inside particular AWS, we'll be building all small project. And at the end, I will go and integrate that into one big project, which you can directly go and show. And I'll be using something called the Iceberg, the open table format, nowadays widely used with respect to AWS. That will be seen, and how we can integrate with respect to AWS with respect to Snowflake. I'll be showing you that. And if time permits, at the end, if you want to have one streaming project, I'll show you one small streaming project where we can use something called Kinesis to go and add data into your Snowflake. This is how your Snowflake look like. And along with that, ADF and Airflow will be building pipelines, will be building how will be extracting data, will be seeing how to bring data from on-prem systems and all. We'll be building that using ADF and Airflow pipelines.
Sagar, do you have class tomorrow?
Yeah, we have class tomorrow.
Okay.
Same thing. Any doubts? Any doubts? Are we good? Anyone attending today's new first class?
Sagar, one question.
Sagar, the assignment you have given where?
I'll be adding. I've not yet added. I'll add under. I'll be adding under portal. You'll be able to see under lesson section. Okay. Let me do one thing. I'll add section. I'll say Snowflake assignments. I'll add the assignment. Okay. Once you do that screenshot, you'll be able to see this document. You can go and see what happened. It is added. You can go. Once you click on that, you'll have that document, download that document, and you get started. Okay. For free courses also, I'll add. Give me some time. Let me go. Where is free AWS free sessions? I'll add here on. You guys can go and try. If anyone is new, who don't have access to paid sessions, you can try this. See, it is just not for assignment purpose. We'll be going and tracking each and everything. Okay. I got a bit busy, so I was not able to go and track few of assignments which were submitted. But once we got all the assignments, either me or there will be someone from mentors and all, we'll be seeing each and everything. In the back end, we'll be seeing everything assignments which are submitted. I'll be going and evaluating. I'll review that. I'll see the document. I'll download that document, and I'll be able to see what all things they have done. And we'll be going and reviewing that. And then based on that, I'll be giving your comments, what all, anything is there, any feedback is there. I'll be doing that also. Okay. It's not like for just sake of giving assignment, we'll be tracking each and everything so that we guys can help you if you're stuck anywhere. We will come to know, then only we'll be able to help you out. Okay. Are you good? Okay. We'll meet tomorrow, same time, 6:45. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.